Buongiorno and welcome to the northern Italian town of Brescia, birthplace to one of the most famous open road races in the world, the Mille Miglia. Literally translated, Mille Miglia means 1,000 miles. The race was started in 1927. The goal? To drive a sports car 1,000 miles from Brescia to Rome and back, faster than any other car in the field. The Mille Miglia quickly became the race to test the endurance and performance of sports cars from around the world. Roaring down the narrow streets of Adriatic villages made the Mille Miglia an exciting spectator event as well as a true driver's race. The Mille Miglia became a motoring tradition until 1957, when a tragic crash caused the race to be suspended. In 1983, the Mille Miglia was reborn, not as a race, but rather a reunion of some of the finest cars and drivers from around the world.
This is a totally unique event. I mean, we put on it's a sports car race, for old cars and all of that, and I think people enjoy it and it's a good event. But this is just something special. It really is. It's in Italy. The people are wonderful. The collection of cars is outstanding, and they're from all over the world. It really is a fabulous event.
The Mille Miglia is now a rally open to cars that either ran in the original races or would have been eligible to run between 1927 and 1957. The trick to today's Mille Miglia is not to drive too fast. Drivers compete on a point scale, for which points are subtracted if a car arrives at a checkpoint too early or too late. One man who can appreciate this new system is the Mille Miglia's fastest driver, Sterling Moss. In 1955, Moss set an unmatched record, finishing the course in 10 hours and 1 minute.
I mean, it could only happen in Italy. I can understand why it was stopped. I'm surprised it wasn't stopped before. It was a race that made me nervous. But having said all those things, it was the greatest event of its type in the world, there's no doubt.
In 1983, Moss returned to Brescia to drive the same car in which he set the record 28 years earlier, a 1955 Mercedes 300 SLR.
It's enjoyable because you meet a lot of people you know, because of the enthusiasm of the crowd here. I mean, the Italians are so crazy for cars, and to see this enthusiasm, it infects you, and therefore to me, it makes it a very worthwhile thing.
Every year, the Mille Miglia is a showplace for more than 300 classic sports cars. Rain or shine, thousands of enthusiasts line the course to view these beautifully restored cars. Like this Jaguar C-Type, a Le Mans winner more than 30 years ago. Here's a fantastic 1955 Ferrari Monza. This year the race started off with this marvelous 1927 OM Superba built right here in Brescia. This 1924 Alfa Romeo Florio raced in the first Mille Miglia. Maseratis, Bugattis, Fiats, Mercedes, all grace the grandstands and the 1,000 miles of this great event. In fact, if there were a sports car built between 1927 and 1957, and it still runs, chances are you'll see it in the Mille Miglia reunion. The Mille Miglia has become more of a show than a competition, but everyone is a winner when they drive the 1,000 miles through Italy and back in time. Arrivederci, Italia.